Sa ating kasalukuyang konstitusyon, merong fixed term ang ating Pangulo na 6 na taon lamang. Pero matapos ang diktadurya ni President Marcos, kung saan isinantabi ang ating konstitusyon upang manatili sa pwesto sa loob ng 20 taon, nagkaroon ho tayo ng takot na baka lahat ng ating magiging Pangulo ay maghahangad na isantabi ang ating saligang batas upang magtagal sila sa posisyon. Kaya naman, kahit kailangan nang i-improve o i-update ang ating constitution through charter change or chacha, ay hindi ito umuusad dahil sa matinding oposisyon at paghihinala na ang chacha ay isa lamang paraan upang muling isantabi ang ating saligang batas para sa pagpapalawig ng kapangyarihan ng nakaupong presidente. Totoo kaya ang hinalang ito? Tama ba na madelay pa ang pag-a-update ng ating konstitusyon? Panoorin po natin ito.
Ituwid natin!
Matapos po nating balikan ang legitimacy ng presidency ni Pangulong Aquino, Ramos at Arroyo. Ngayon naman po ay tatalakayin natin ang mga issues na may kinalaman sa constitutional change o chacha at tinatawag din po nating transfer of power after elections.
Nalalapit na ang eleksyon kaya't mas mainam na maging malinaw ang mga usaping ito.
Ituwid natin!
Ang ating pong makakasama ngayon ay si Father Joaquin Bernas, Dean Emeritus ng Ateneo School of Law. Para po sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ano po ba talaga ang tunay na kahulugan ng Constitution?
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Any action of the President must be in conformity with the Constitution. Any law passed by Congress must be in conformity with the Constitution. Any decisions of the Supreme Court must be in conformity with the Constitution.
Nagkaroon tayo ng Constitution noong panahon ni President Quezon. Napalitan ito noong panahon ni President Marcos at President Aquino. Bakit ang daming version ng ating Constitution?
Since the 1935 Constitution was drafted before we became independent, it would be better if the independent country would draft its own constitution. We revised the 1935 Constitution and made it more nationalistic.
Ano po ba mga benepisyo sa mga constitutional changes na ito?
You see that the 1973 Constitution was not a very democratic one because it provided for authoritarian powers of the President. The President could legislate on anything. You had a very strong executive department, a weak legislative department even when the Batasang Pambansa was finally formulated. And there was some doubt about the independence of the Supreme Court at that time.
Bakit po ba nagmungkahi si President Aquino ng Constitutional Convention o tinatawag na CONCON?
It was absolutely necessary if we wanted to have a democratic government. Under the revolutionary government which he started, she was above the law. She was the law. So she wanted a law that would be above her. And that's why she called for a constitutional commission to draft a new constitution.
Bakit naman ginustong palitan din ni FBR ang 1987 Constitution?
I think he wanted a switch from presidential to parliamentary. Whether he was doing that for himself or for the country, I cannot say. Some people said he was doing it for himself because he felt that his term had to end after 6 years, and he wanted to continue as the chief executive after that, and it could only be done if there is a change of constitution. So they were accusing him of that. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know.
Sa panahon naman ni PGMA, after the 2004 elections, sinimulan rin niya idulog ang chacha sa taong bayan.
Ang problema ho, tulad ng panahon ni President Ramos, ang constitutional change na inihain ni PGMA ay tinitignan din bilang pamulitika. Bakit ho ganito ang reaksyon sa chacha ni PGMA?
It's inevitable that people will think that way because the term of a president is 6 years. Unless you change the constitution, there can only be 6 years. The president can have only 6 years. So people always suspect that if a president wants to change the constitution, it may be because he or she wants to be president longer.
Ano ba ang layunin ni PGMA sa pagsulong niya sa chacha?
And you have to amend the present constitution. And to amend the present constitution, you have to convince Congress to start the ball rolling. If you can persuade Congress to get started, That's her role. Because without the cooperation of Congress, nothing can happen. No change can happen. According to the Constitution, initiative and referendum can take place only if there is an implementing law which would implement initiative and referendum.
At ngayon po na may eleksyon, may kasiguraduhan po ba na maitutuloy ang eleksyon at magkakaroon tayo ng bagong halal na Pangulo?
Well, if we have a clean election and then a president is proclaimed, there should be an easy transfer of power. Then everything should happen smoothly.
Thank you, Father Joaquin Bernas.
Dito pa rin po yan sa programa na
Ituwid natin.